Wait, you're a Bears fan and you're not subscribed to my channel? Before this video starts, make sure to 1. Hit the subscribe button below to catch all Bears content right here on this podcast. 2. Hit the bell notification because you, my friend, are a diehard Bears fan. And 3. Like this video and tell all the Bears fans you know about the channel. Alright, that's better. Now that you're actually subscribed to the channel, make sure to bear down and enjoy this video.
Now this is a podcast all about Bears. You either cheering for this team or just pulling your hair. I like to take a minute, just sit right back and tell you how I became the #1 Bears fan.
That boy is Benny Hunter.
Cake on the mic, cake on the mic, cake on the mic, cake on the mic. People, this the intro. Sacramento, California, born and raised. And Antelope is where I spend most of my days. You talk bad about my team, you must be a clown. This is Keek on the mic, so you know you better bear down. Bear down, bear down.
So, Bears fans, happy Sunday. I hope you guys are all doing well. The Chicago Bears were busy yesterday. All day yesterday, there was a bunch of news coming out. Not only them adding to their coordinators on the coaching staff, but also adding to the front office. So let's break it down right here on Keek on the Mic today. First and foremost, this was a super exciting hire for me. So let's talk about this one first. The Bears have hired Ian Cunningham as their new assistant general manager. For those of you guys that don't know Ian Cunningham, this is an absolutely huge hire, as Cunningham is the first individual to carry the title of assistant general manager in Chicago Bears history. And this gets me thinking now, are the Chicago Bears finally turning a corner? Because for the first time in history, we have an assistant GM. And some people may think, why is this important? It's absolutely critical for the Chicago Bears' success, not to only have one GM, but to have a second in command. Both of them doing the same thing, both of them having the same goal. You get different opinions, different inputs. I think it's just going to be a beautiful thing. Some background on Cunningham. Cunningham boasts 14 seasons of NFL experience, including the past 5 seasons with the Eagles, where he served as the director of college scouting from 2017 to 2018, assistant director of player personnel from 2019 to 2020, and director of player personnel in 2021. Cunningham also has spent 9 seasons with the Ravens as a player personnel assistant, 2008 to 2012, and an area scout from 2013 to 2016. And Cunningham, just a little side note, Cunningham also won Super Bowl rings with the Ravens back in 2012 and the Eagles back in 2017. So something that I want to bring up, like Ryan Poles, Cunningham has a really good eye for talent. And he's only 35 years old and has extensive amount of experience. And overall, he knows how to build a winning roster and a winning organization. So this has to get you guys super pumped up, because now you have Ryan Poles that's just 36. You have Cunningham that's just 35. They both have extensive NFL experience, not only in scouting, but in player personnel. They both have eyes for talent. Something that I also want to add is that they were both offensive linemen. So that should also get you pumped up that they're going to put a really good offensive line in front of Justin Fields. So I don't know about you guys. This move has me pumped up. We should be really excited to have Ian Cunningham. And check this out. He's a well-respected name around the NFL. So that means that eventually, if the Bears are successful, he may leave. And people say, well, why would you want Ian Cunningham to leave? If Ian Cunningham gets a job elsewhere as a GM, that means the Bears are doing well. So I'm super pumped about this move, and I'm glad that we were able to bring Ian Cunningham to Chicago. So like always, comment down below and let me know how you guys are feeling about this move, as Ian Cunningham is now the assistant general manager of the Chicago Bears. So now let's move on and touch on the coordinator positions. And I know this has been another big topic of discussion within the Bears community. The Bears were super busy yesterday. And as expected, the Packers quarterback coach Luke Getsy has been hired as the Bears offensive coordinator. And I know I did a video a couple of days ago about Luke Getsy, so I don't want to touch on him too much. But there was a lot of Bears fans commenting on my video saying, well, he's never called plays. He's inexperienced in terms of calling plays, and that is true. And I told you guys in the last videos that no matter who the Bears decided to hire as an offensive coordinator, this would be their first stint calling plays. Obviously, when he was with Green Bay, he was the quarterback's coach. LaFleur called the plays, so he wouldn't have the opportunity to call plays in Green Bay. So obviously it was a no-brainer for him to come over to Chicago and get the opportunity to develop Justin Fields. What I'm hearing about Luke Getsy is that he is a RPO guy. So that is a plus for Justin Fields, because I feel like Justin Fields is an RPO quarterback. And what I'm hearing is that he is responsible for making Aaron Rodgers the RPO magician that Aaron Rodgers is. So that is also encouraging. Another thing that I'm hearing about Luke Getsy is that he is part of the Shanahan coaching tree, which I know, along with myself, along with all Bears fans, Shanahan's offense is really effective, and I feel that Justin Fields would fit in a Shanahan offense. So I'm interested to see what Luke Getsy does. Obviously, it's a gamble. We don't know what is going to happen. But like I mentioned in the last podcast about Luke Getsy, it can't be any worse than Matt Nagy, right? So I'm excited to see what Luke Getsy brings. I'm excited what he's going to be able to do with Justin Fields. And just like Matt Eberflus, give the man a chance. Don't doubt him quite yet. Let's see what he's able to do with Justin Fields first before we judge this move. Another coordinator that we brought is Colts linebackers coach Dave Borgonzi. He is joining the Bears coaching staff as also the linebackers coach. What I'm hearing about Borgonzi is he has been key in the development for guys like Darius Leonard, Anthony Walker, and others. So this is a big hire for guys like Roquan Smith. So I'm excited that we're bringing guys over to help Matt Eberflus hopefully take our defense to the next level. Something that I want to bring up about Matt Eberflus in this podcast is that, yes, he is running a 4-3, and that should get Bears fans excited, because not only Robert Quinn, but Khalil Mack, their natural positions are DN. What does that mean? That means their hand is going to be in the dirt, and they are going to get after the quarterback. So it's going to be a beautiful sight. If you guys don't know this, Khalil Mack, the one time that he won Defensive Player of the Year, he was playing DN for the Oakland Raiders. So people should be excited that Matt Eberflus's defense is a 4-3. So I just wanted to bring that up in this podcast if you didn't already know that Matt Eberflus's defense is a 4-3, which means Robert Quinn and Khalil Mack hands will be in the dirt. So that is going to be absolutely insane. The Bears also brought over Colts cornerbacks coach James Rowe. He is following Matt Eberflus to Chicago. I was kind of reading through the Colts community page, reading some of their articles, reading some of the Colts Instagram pages, and they were a little bit bummed about losing coach James Rowe. Well-respected name around the NFL. Pretty good coach. And the theme I'm getting with the Chicago Bears organization is that they're bringing in these guys that are good coaches, respected guys, leader of men. And I think that's what the Bears are aiming for. A bunch of coaches that can lead, guys that respect them. These players will respect our coaches. So that's the trend I'm getting with Matt Eberflus's staff and what the Chicago Bears are aiming for as a whole. And some rumors also for the Chicago Bears. The Bears are targeting Colts safeties coach Alan Williams as their next defensive coordinator. Obviously, he was part of Matt Eberflus's staff. I don't know much about Alan Williams. This is just a rumor as of right now. If I had my choice for a defensive coordinator, I would try to go get Mike Zimmer. Mike Zimmer is a 4-3 guy. I think he would fit perfectly. I think in terms of defensive coordinator, he's a well-respected guy. He has a ton of experience as a defensive coordinator, and he knows how to run that 4-3 defense. So overall, Matt Eberflus has gotten right to work. His staff is looking pretty good so far, and I think we are developing in the right direction. I think Matt Eberflus had a plan. He needed a plan in terms of not only his defensive staff, but his offensive staff as well. And right now, it's looking promising. And I can see the Chicago Bears having one of the better coaching staffs in the NFL next season. So Bears fans should be pumped up about the direction of this football team. And I'm excited for football season already. I know we're going to have to wait a couple more months until the Bears get back on the football field, but I'm excited to see all this stuff come together and see where this football team goes. So, like always, comment down below and let me know how you're feeling about the direction of the Chicago Bears, how you're feeling about the Bears hiring Luke Getsy as the offensive coordinator, And how do you feel about all these moves I talked about today on this podcast? I would love to hear from you. But before I let you guys go, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to catch all Bears content on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media channels. And make sure you share this episode of Kick on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. But other than that, I'll be back for all new Bears podcasts right here on Kick on the Mic. Thanks, guys, and bear down.
You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You can go and subscribe cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic.